How y'all doing? Clint from the Doorway too. Doing an unprecedented fourth video review for an album today. Today is Sunday, November 22nd. Four video reviews for the weekend. Good goddamn. Maybe I am being creative this week. This will be a 4-song album from a Dutch doom noise trio, as they call themselves, called Fourier. The really interesting thing about this band is 2 basses, drums, no guitar. Heavy, droning, doomy, eclectic, experimental, mind-numbing, oppressive. These are things that are all going to come through on this record. 4 tracks, all of them are over 12 minutes long, so you are getting a 45 plus minute record going on here. It's more around 50 something minutes for 4 tracks. The album is called Monad, and it's on Aesthetic Death for the CD version, and then I think the label's name is Tartarus Records for a cassette, and it's also available digitally. Came out on Friday, November 20th. So whether you want it on cassette, CD, or digitally, you'll be able to get it from our fine friends at Aesthetic Death or at Tartarus Records, which is where the cassette's going to be. You can get the digital album directly from the band. I will put links to all their locations so you can get the album of your choice that way. But rather than keep rambling on, I am going to say it was mastered by James Plotkin, so it's going to sound badass as fuck, because everything Mr. Plotkin does sounds heavy, expansive. He's just really good at mastering. Let's not play any games at all. Otherwise, I am going to start with track number 3, which is called Moros, and the only reason I'm doing that is because the last 2 tracks are the ones that really caught me. So track number 3 is Moros. It's 12 minutes long. I'm going to give you a little bit of time with this one so you can digest it. about 4 minutes of a 12-minute song. I think that's a good taste of what's going on. Uh, Looks like this band took about 2.5 years to record this, which is pretty impressive. It's their debut record. They used to be called Mine and changed their name in 2019. The absence of guitars is very noticed here, but it's amazing that it's not missing. The effects and bass and drums are super heavy. There are some crushing vocals on this record, but they come through very late in the record. It's kind of a build, ebb, and flow, so you will hear a bit of the vocals, but I just wanted you to kind of get more of, to me, doom noise is kind of limiting on what it actually is. It's not really a noise record. I would say it's more droning, industrial, avant-garde doom with some electronic and noisy elements. But doom noise makes it sound like it's going to be a noise band with doomy overtones, and it's not at all. This is truly a doom metal record. Reminds me of those great slow plodding death doom records that have industrial and electronic elements in it. So very, very, very impressive by this trio. Again, they're from Netherlands. They're Dutch. So you know that there's some great Dutch death and Dutch doom that goes on, Dutch black metal, so it's a good scene over there. Sometimes the vocals are whispering, sometimes they're shrieking, sometimes they're screaming and crying, sometimes they're just heavy as fuck. But like I said, the album grinds a lot of times too, but it's not a grindcore band. What I mean by grinding is it's got that heavy, slow, grinding machinery kind of sound, which is just amazing. And they're super talented on the way they arrange things. Just you could hear by this that you could do this with 2 basses, a drummer, some effects, and vocals. It's just mind-blowing to me. Anyway, rather than keep rambling on forever, we're going to listen to a bit of track 4, which I think is Ellipse, and that's how you say it. So here we go. go 4 more minutes from the final track, track 4. Over 50 minutes of crushing, industrial, droning, experimental doom. It never gets boring. It always sounds thick and heavy and full. There's a lot of experimentation. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it reminds me of a band called Phoebos, and they impress the shit out of me too, by the mix of sludge, industrial doom, and just slow plodding death metal that used to be done in the early 90s by a lot of bands like Womb and Incantation and stuff like that, where they would play slow. There's also elements of like disembowelment here for me too, not when they go grinding out, but like more that mid-tempo thing that they do. Also remind me of a band called Halo from Australia. So anyway, Farrier, Monad is the name of the record. Came out on Friday, November 20th, on digital, CD, and cassette. A CD is on Aesthetic Death. Cassette is on, I think it's Tartarus Records. I don't want to mispronounce it again. Tartarus Records. And then digitally available directly from the band. I will put links to all 3 ways to be able to get it. If you like what I do, like and subscribe. The YouTube and Facebook pages really does help me trying to grow this channel to be able to do more weird, avant-garde, and heavy music like this. Thanks for everything again, guys. Amazing record. Definitely check this out. Clint from the Doorway too. See ya.